Welcome to Day 1 Blended Learning. We are going to model what blended learning could look like during Day 1 using this blended learning section. What better way for you to learn about blended learning than to try one? What you are going to take a look at is looking at 4 models of blended learning. But before we do that, let's learn more about what blended learning is and how its disruption to innovation can help your classroom. To do this, you are going to click on the first reading in your assignment, Learn More Seizes Potential. When I click here, you are going to see the slideshow from INACOL on using disruptive innovation to improve schools. As you go through this, be thinking about things that you can do, why you'd want to use online learning, and how your classroom looks. Once you've completed the slideshow, let's go back to the beginning of the course and start talking about the different models that you have an option to read. You will see that there are different models. You'll only have to view one of them because the whole idea here is for you to work in a group. Each person would read a different one and you would get together and talk about those. So I want you to think about these and you're going to make a choice as to which model you're going to use. You would do that by clicking on Choose Your Blended Learning Model to Review. You would make your selection of one of the 7 and you would save your choice. Now notice I can see that someone has already done station rotation so that I don't want to pick that one. This is what all people in your class will see. They'll see what other participants have already done in that particular group. Once you have done that, you will be going into the exact model that you chose in the Choose Your Model review. As you look through that information, I want you to be thinking about these 4 questions. These are questions that you are going to, in turn, talk more about once everybody has finished reading through or watching the videos of their chosen model. Once everybody is done with their model and has been able to answer the questions, you'll go into what's called a virtual chat. You click on the virtual chat, go ahead and click here to enter the chat, and you will then have a conversation about what you just read and or saw. Share the answers to the questions in a particular model that you are reviewing. Listen and ask questions to those that have reviewed other models and see if there are things that maybe you want to learn more about or other models that you want to review on your own later. Back at the front page now, we're going to do something individual. You've done something individual to slideshow. You've done something as a group in taking a look at the online learning models. Now we're going to reflect on what it is to be a blended learning teacher. If you click on the link, What's Expected of a Blended Learning Teacher Journal, you will see the link to the PDF that we want you to look at or read through beginning at page 10. This will kind of give you an idea of what expectations of a blended learning teacher look like. Be thinking about things such as what works for you, what might not work for you, what do you need to learn more about, and add that information to your journal. Reflection is a really important part of learning. Once you are done with that and you feel pretty comfortable about what your work is that you have done here, take your 5-minute break, come back to the classroom, and we'll continue learning more about blended learning.